bring out the seed. So the seed, you use it as an antibiotic. Then you eat the fruit, the yellow one, remove the skin, and then you eat the yellow one. But the seed inside is an antibiotic. How do you prepare it? You dry it under the sun. Make sure fly does not touch it. When it's dry, you now pound it or you grind it. After grinding, you put it in a container that you can cover for preservation. So in the morning, when you want to take your tea, you take teaspoonful of the grounded pawpaw seed, add it to your normal tea, and take it twice a week or once in a week. It helps to keep your system healthy. It helps to make sure that germs does not stay in your body. It takes care of germs in the body. It's an antibiotic. It's a natural antibiotic that God has prepared for humanity. Well, now the fruit of the pawpaw is for our consumption, and why fruits are important in life is because God created it naturally, no adulteration, to help humanity. The leaves are also used for malaria treatment. Now, this one is called female pawpaw because there are two types of pawpaw. The female pawpaw is this one that bears much fruit, but there is another pawpaw that doesn't bear fruit. It brings out flowers, and at times it can get only maybe 2 fruits in it. That male pawpaw is used when a woman used to have a hard labor when delivering. You just get 2 leaves of it, just cut it this way, 2 leaves of it. I'm talking of the male pawpaw. You just get 2 leaves of male pawpaw, just like this. Wash it with salt and water, make it clean, then you pound it. After pounding it, you now sieve it with water, then give a glass of it to the woman that used to have hard labor when delivering. It in the next 10 minutes after she has taken it, she will just have her safe delivery without much pain. God arranged all these things to help humanity, and we are running away from it. But I think it's time for us to go back to the drawing board again. Okay, let me show you this wonderful leaf that is here. You see, it's just in the compound. It's not even far away. This leaf, you get it, you can see it. They call it Awolowo leaf. They call it Awolowo leaf. Now, do you know that no matter how terrible a wound is, any wound that refuses to go, you just need to get this, wash it very well, and then pound it. Both the stem, you pound everything together, and press out the natural water that is in it. You don't add water to it. You just wash it clean and make sure there is no addition of water. Then you pound it. After pounding it, you sieve it. You use a handkerchief and then press out the natural water from it. Just use cotton wool. Take some of it and place it on a wound after washing that wound. It will amaze you that within some days of repeating of it once a day, once in 2 days, that wound that refused to go for years, it will dry up, because these are natural things God has kept to help humanity. And I think it is time for us to go back to these natural things, because some of these orthodox drugs, and not just the orthodox drugs, the chemists and then the chemists that are around in the villages, because in the villages they don't have good hospitals, they don't have good pharmacies. Those chemist men, they don't even know what to do to make wounds go fast. They will say, come to after 2 days, they will be collecting your money, they will be dressing the wound. wound every 2 days. They will dress the wound, and the wound is not going. One, because they are not qualified. They don't even know what to do to the wound. But look, if you have the knowledge of this, you don't need any quack clinic to touch your wound. If maybe accidentally knife cut your hand or cutlass in the bush when you are farming, you just need to get this, squeeze it very well, and let the water touch that wound. It will amaze you that the wound will dry up. The cutting, the bleeding will stop instantly after you have used this. We use this for instantaneous treatment for any cutlass cut or knife cut or anything that cuts your hand that is bleeding. When you squeeze the leaf, then you use it and paste it on top of the wound. It's discovered that the bleeding stops automatically. There is no magic about it. It's what God has used to bless His people. God has actually loaded all these things for our blessing. Now, I want to take you to, let's keep this aside, and then let's come this way. You can see that I'm in the midst of a flower, a wig. We call it wig because we remove it from our palm. It is bluish. The flowers, you can see, look at it. The flower, you can say is blue or purple. You can see the flower very well. Do you know that this particular wig is meant for infection? It's meant for infection. Gather it enough, wash it very well. You must wash it well to avoid contamination. Gather it as much as you can. Wash it well and then pound it. After pounding, you now boil it. Add good quantity of water and boil. After boiling, you now sieve it and put it in a container that has cover. Because if you boil hard and you keep it carelessly, once breeze is touching it, it makes it to spoil quick. But after boiling it, once it's getting cool, you bottle it. Put them in plastic bottles. Then you take, depending on the person, if it's a child from 12 years, it takes half a glass of it, morning and evening. But if it's an adult, you take 1 full glass morning and evening. Take it for at least 7 days. No matter the infection, it will go away. All this pilot infection, all this, what do they call it? They call it staphylococcus and other related diseases that are troubling people these days. It's discovered that with this natural leaf, that person walks away out of it. It doesn't cost you 10 kobo to get it. It only costs your knowledge. It's just having the knowledge of it, you are already healed. And that's why Isiba, we are asked to help people recover from their illness. Look at it. Free of charge. God just deposited it in this place, very close to the compound. You can get it anywhere around you. So it's not something that you go chasing about or maybe thinking of how to get money to buy them. God bless you. This is called lantern leaf. This is called lantern leaf. You can also lick the fruit. You wash and lick. I can't lick it now because it's not cold. But the seed is edible. This is just flowers that used to be in the compound. They call it lantern leaf. This is lantern tree. This tree, what it does is a preservative, natural preservative. When you are having herbs, you boil herbs. If you want to preserve it, you make it stay longer. You now add this. It also it has a content of antibiotics as well. But this leaf, what it does mostly is when you boil herbs, you add some quantity of it to the herbs. It will help to preserve it. So this is natural preservative happening. It has no side effect. It's natural. See, God is wonderful. All we are looking for, God deposited them in the bush. If you look at it here, wasting, many people doesn't know what it was. And that's why in Ishiba, we want to teach people the natural things, the natural use of leaves, the natural use of food, so that we can get better. Because with all these natural things, if you know how to apply them, you'll be living a healthy life. And moreover, you will not spend much money in taking care of yourself, because these things are natural. You can get it in the bush, you can get it in people's compound without taking the time for it. Wow. This is called hospital super. At times, it's supposed to be green. It's supposed to be the leaf supposed to be wider, depending on the texture of the ground. This place, I don't think it is fertile enough. That's why the leaves are tiny. But if it's in a fertile place, the leaves are more good than this. But listen, do you know that this is called, they call it hospital is too far. What does this mean? Somebody who is lacking blood. Are you getting me? Somebody who is lacking blood, cut it like this. Cut enough quantity. Wash it with salt. After washing with salt, you pound it. Do you know the funniest of all is that as you are pounding it, if you allow it to stay more than 10 minutes, it will surprise you that it will congeal and look like blood. It will congeal and look like blood. So when you are pounding it, you pound it once and sieve it immediately. Wash it with salt, white salt, to avoid germs, because it's in the bush. You can't imagine what has passed through it. So when you wash it with salt and make sure it's clean, you gather it enough and pound it. After pounding it, you now sieve it. Then you add, like if it's for 5 or 6 children, you add 1 bottle of milk to the quantity you are going to give to them. Everybody takes 1 glass. But if it's for children below 12, they take half glass of it. What does it do? It brings back the person's blood instantly. In case you go to hospital and you are asked that your blood has stopped, that you need to be refilled, instead of going to refill your body with a blood that you don't know the gene of the person, you don't know whether in their family they are sick, you don't know whether in their family they are harlots. To be on the safe side. The leaves are all over, especially we that are in the east part of this country, east and south. You have it. Even in the west, you have this. Generally, it's called hospital is too far. You do it for 3 good days, your blood come back to normal. Now, if you don't want to pound it and sieve it, you can also boil it. After boiling it, you get the water out. Then you add a little quantity of glucose to a glass of, just a teaspoon of glucose to 1 glass of boiled a hospital is too fast, and you take it for 3 good days, your health comes back, your blood comes back. This is natural blood refiller God has given to humanity to help us. Are you getting it? This is wonderful. It doesn't cost anything to have this. It only costs your knowledge. It doesn't have side effects. It's God giving a vegetable to help humanity. God bless you. Call it lemongrass. This takes care of malaria. How do you do it? You can boil it. Now, when you boil it, when you go to get it, you wash it well. First of all, every leaf you must wash it well. When you wash it well, when you cut it, use cutlass. You have to use cutlass and then hand gloves, because at times you can injure your hand. So you now cut the quantity you want to use. You wash it very well and then boil it. You can add lime to it and boil together. It takes care of malaria. When one is having malaria, you do it, boil it, and give it to the person to drink as tea. First thing in the morning and evening for 3-4 days. That malaria will be off the person's body. These are natural leaves, natural vegetables, natural herbs as God has kept for us. In the book of Genesis, chapter 1, verse 29, God said, I have given all this herbs. I've given all the herbs that have food for you, for your good health. So it is for our good health that God creates all the food, and it's very important for our body. All we need is knowledge. It doesn't cost anything. Some people come here to pluck it. If nobody refuses somebody coming to take a leaf. So it's not something you go about looking for in the market. People have it in their compound, you get it freely, and you become well. Moreover, you don't wait for malaria to attack you before you use it. At interval, you boil it and serve your family. The children, you serve them half glass of boiled lemongrass, then the adults take 1 glass of it, morning and evening. You do it that way, you'll be away from malaria, because in our environment you discover that mosquito bites people, and maybe because of the environment, the prevention of it is not there for them. So to prevent that mosquito bite from causing malaria, you need to take this as a preventive measure. You take it as a preventive measure to help you and live a good health. God bless you.